Akhanda 2 Thaandavam Review. Finally, Narasimha Balakrishna's Akhanda 2 Thaandavam is releasing on 12 December 2025, overcoming all the hurdles it faced on 5 December 2025. The film, directed by Boyapati Srinu, is releasing amidst huge expectations as it is the sequel to the hit film Akhanda. Fans are waiting eagerly as the film is also releasing in many other languages and also in 3D, 4D, XD, box, PVR, ICE and epic formats, with Balakrishna and Boyapati Srinu scoring blockbusters like Simba, Legend and Akhanda. Interest levels are high on Akhanda 2. Akhanda 2 Thaandavam OTT rights have been acquired for a fancy sum by Netflix, and streaming will be done after the completion of its theatrical run. Let us see what impact Nandamuri Narasimha Balakrishna makes on viewers with his film Akhanda 2 Thaandavam. Akhanda 2 Thaandavam story revolves around how an Aghora who relinquishes worldly pleasures and leads a detached life reacts when the Sanatana Dharma is in danger. Indian government is at its wit's end when people get affected by deadly virus at Mahakumbh Mela and their lives are endangered. They get the shock of their lives when the lab where they found the antidote to the virus was attacked and the research head Archana, played by Samyukta, gets killed, while young scientist Janani, played by Harshalim Malhotra, manages to escape with the vaccine. However, her life is in danger when she faces attacks from all corners until she comes across Aghora, played by Balakrishna. How the Aghora is connected to these developments, what role he plays, how Netra, played by Adi Pinishetty, her father, Anantapur MLA Balamurali Krishna, played by Balakrishna, reacts, what it got to do with the neighboring nations China and Pakistan form the interesting part of the narration. Balakrishna, as usual, gave in all he has in both the roles. He is stunning and sensational in the role of Aghora. He showed variations in his feelings and delivered dialogues in a powerful and impactful manner. He showed good mannerisms and body language in the role of the Aghora. He enacted good stunts and made his presence felt on the screen. His role as Murali Krishna is very limited and did what was required of him. He delivered few dialogues and got a foot-tapping song with Samyukta. Samyukta is good in the role and she got limited scope to perform. She enacted couple of action sequences. Harshalim Malhotra, in the role of Balakrishna's daughter, performed well in emotional scene. She delivered dialogues according to the situation. Adi Pinishetty looked ferocious in the role of the villain. He transformed his physique for the role. Tarun Khanna made his presence in an all-important scene as Lord Shiva. Others like Sarvadaman Banerjee, Kabir Duhan Singh, Sharat Lohitaswa, Anish Kurvila played according to their roles. Akhanda 2 Thaandavam story is penned by Boyapati Srinu. He continued from where he left in the first part. The narration starts smoothly with viewers taken from the end of Akhanda into Akhanda 2. With the Aghora shown at the start, interest levels increases as the story takes viewers into the upcoming clear and present danger. However, right of the narration dips with the introduction of various characters and violent scenes appearing frequently, with various elements plotting the downfall of the nation. The stage is set for the high-octane second half with the breathtaking and stunning interval bang. From then on into the second half, it is the fight between the good, represented by Aghora, and the various evil forces and enemy nation. Boyapati Srinu this time concentrated on elevating the character of Aghora to the next level. He emerged successful in doing so, as he included many mass elements and action sequences to drive everyone out of the world. But in the process, the story went for a toss. The story turned out to be weak and many scenes looked cringe, and Boyapati depended on touching the sentiments of the people across the country by including dialogues pertaining to Sanatana Dharma, rich Indian culture and traditions, current political atmosphere, touching the patriotic fervor by portraying China as the enemy and even referring to Operation Sindoor. At the end of the movie, a hint was given that there will be Akhanda named as Jai Akhanda. The action sequences are high octane and out of the world, and with Balakrishna and Boyapati it is expected. However, this time they went overboard and crossed the thin red line. Boyapati can justify it with Balakrishna as Aghora having supernatural powers and he can fly in the air and also make enemies fly high with his trident. There are many illogical scenes which look silly and like Balakrishna taking everyone single-handedly entering into the enemy nation. The screenplay in decent and direction is good. Thaman came up with one mass beat song. He, with his background music, drove all crazy. He gave thumping background score to elevate scenes to the next level. He gave goosebumps with his background music. However, at times the background score turned out to be loud. C. Ram Prakash, Santosh Jakarta's cinematography is good. They captured the locations in a beautiful and natural manner. VFX turned out to be below average and could have been better. Tamiraju's editing turned out to be a mixed bag. At times the editing looked solid, but many times there are scenes that slowed the pace of the narration, especially in the mid part. Production values are rich. Altogether, Akhanda 2 turns out to be a mass entertainer with a spiritual touch. Boypad Srinu showed Balakrishna in out-and-out mass role, and he delighted all the fans by showing him as Agora and spreading spirituality, sending powerful message in an action entertainer. But he lost the plot as the story turned out to be pretty ordinary except for Balakrishna's Agora role. The film offered nothing new, and over the top of the action sequences and lengthy preachy dialogues dampened the spirit. Little fine-tuning of script, powerful elements could have added more power forward to this mass Sanatan Dharma entertainer.